afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Undercover ET. Today we're going to go through, we've got loads to go through, I'll be honest with you. We've got evidence that's coming from you, we've got evidence that's coming from Canada, from a news station from Canada, that ties in with a news report from out of the US early February last year. So we're going to look into all of that. We're also going to look at another incredible UFO video which has some credibility to it, and I will explain why when we see it. And yeah, so loads to go through, folks. So let's get straight into it. And you'll never believe it, but Gavin Young has been at it again. And we're going to have to go over one of his videos that he sent in. So Gavin Young, he's posted it on the Undercover ET page on Facebook. But I've recorded over it. I've had a word with him. Said, look, shall I record over it and analyse it? And he's basically, you know, me and him are like a team at the moment. So let's get straight into it. So what I've done is I've recorded it, and we'll just play it at normal speed for you guys. And by the way, I love the fact that Gavin's constantly putting a camera in the air. There's a few of us now that are doing it and sending in weekly images, but keep it up, folks, keep it up. And I'm going to direct people of where to film in the sky in a moment as well. But spot on. Yeah, so it's just a quick. I'll play it again. It's just a quick clip. Really hard to make anything out in normal speed, but you can see, you know, the flickering in the sky and little black objects here and there, and yeah, eventually it just disappears, and that's the clip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to slow it down to 50, and we're going to go again. So, folks, although it didn't seem like Gavin caught much, he really did. And we always say look for the helicopters and the aeroplanes, because the UAP tend to get really close to the helicopters and planes, and whatever they're doing, their research, reconnaissance, whatever it is they're doing it on our vehicles that are flying, even blimps. So I'm not sure what they're looking for. At first I thought maybe they're tagging aircraft and to find out who the passengers are. Maybe there's a way they can detect certain passengers and they're looking for certain DNA strands or something. I don't know, but they're even doing it to unmanned objects as well. So it's hard to say, folks. It is hard to say. But yeah, if you can see these black dots that keep appearing by the helicopter. They're not only appearing in between the blades and above and below the blades, okay, but they are appearing across the screen as well. So you can actually see where they are. When you see them at the helicopter, it just means they were somewhere in the sky previously before they arrived. And, you know, it's difficult because they're not always in the shot, but you can sometimes see them moving around. We've also got something here, folks, as well. Obviously we're going to see a lot of distortion in the clouds where the sun might be hitting the edge of the clouds and the focus is making it distort a little bit. But we're seeing objects here. And this one is almost turned into like one large solid object. It's really hard to see. I'll zoom in a moment. But if we look closely, folks, this ball that I just discussed, we just go back a bit. I might have to really slow it down here because it's almost impossible to. That's just before that moment. So, yeah, here. It's really hard to see, and I'll zoom in a minute and do my thing, but 1, 2, 3. 3 orbs, okay, flying in a triangular shape. They've just formed this triangular shape. And I'm just, so that you guys can see it, I'm going to zoom in. Okay, there's almost a fourth here, but these are the ones that are definitive. And the reason why I bring this up is, yeah, they're UAP and these are the ones we're looking for, but these 3 turn into that one singular object that ends up here. It's really hard to capture, but do you see that? Did you see how it's gone? It went from a 3 to a 1, and it just jumped. It just literally jumped to like these things are just moving in the strangest ways and extremely fast. And this is what makes this good footage. It's a bit grainy, and what I would suggest, and I've already told Gavin, but I'll tell everyone now that's watching, is you should be zooming in for about 60 to 70%. Get a good focus on the sky, and I appreciate you won't be zoomed right in, but you'll get more of the sky and you'll get less grain on the image. And that's the best you can do from the ground, folks, honestly. It's nice to zoom in on occasion, just in case you're trying to get some detail or you're trying to really pinpoint what the object is, but always try and zoom back to that 70% mark if you can, and just refocus. But yeah, there's objects all around this helicopter, and to be honest with you, if you look at it, those folks that really want to dig further into this, just look back at the whole clip and look at the whole sky. You see little things. You see little things going on all over the place, and yeah, for me, it's just good evidence. You know, it's not solid 100%. There's a disc in the sky, but that's because they're not showing as a disc. They're showing as these orbs at the moment, and they do tend to do that when they're following our aircraft. They tend to just show up as these orbs. They won't show up as what we would consider as big UFOs, you know, the big discs. They don't normally show up like that. Having said that, we're going to get to a clip shortly where one does show up like that, and it shows up with the orbs around it as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that one, folks. But thanks, Gavin. This was really, really cool, and there was actually, and I'm going to get the moment now because I have to. I just have to. But there we go. There's a silver orb here. Okay, and it does get incredibly, it turns into a black orb by the time it arrives. But this is what we're dealing with, folks. You saw it in the clip in Wales. There you go, silver orb. You saw it in the clip in Wales where they change in colour. Not change in colour actually, but they look like they're changing colour as they're going through the sky. But it's down to a few things: the angle of the object and the light. But yeah, thank you so much, Gavin. Keep them coming in. And you never know what we're going to capture, buddy. But in my opinion, we've got one here, one here, one here, one here. There's a lot going on in this picture. Honestly, there's a lot. And I think there's a little bit hidden behind the clouds as well. It's just a shame that you didn't film much more and stick on it. But yeah, appreciate it. Really, really do appreciate it. So let's move on, folks. On to the next. And it's all on X from here on in, really. So this is the one I was talking about. Think Tank has put this one up, filmed in Brazil. Okay, and the reason why I picked up on it was because it said the smaller object next to it. Watch till the end. And not many people talk about that. They normally just talk about the big object that they're seeing in front of them. But for me, and for anyone who follows my stuff, you know that I start leaning towards credible when I start seeing the big objects. With the little ones next to it. So check this out, folks. See this object here? And it moves up. The UFO itself is impressive, by the way. It's a great capture, and we're getting that. Oh, just quickly, see this here? The camera is made to refocus. This happens all the time when we're trying to video these things or take even a picture. It makes whatever this thing is putting out, it makes our electronics glitch, and it makes the cameras refocus. And these things can do it as well. These orbs, they can do it as well. So whatever these orbs are, and there are more in the actual footage, folks. I think the camera guy just mentions the one, but again, if you slow it down at the right moment, and I'm just going to slow it down now to 50%. There's one down here that he was on about, but we'll analyse this now we're here, folks. Another one here. Did anyone just see that? It's going in and out, a visual. It could be part of that canopy actually, I think, but I'll double check. It looked like the same thing. Might have just been something up there, but either way there is something still else in the clip other than these two objects, and it zips past in a minute. The only way you will see it is, yeah, see that? One here, one just shot off. I'm not sure if this thing's shooting them out. Should we slow it down once more and just play it back? It's worth a look, isn't it? There's a lot going on there. Look. The moment he zooms in, he doesn't go I don't think he needs to. He doesn't get fully there, and we see it. Yeah. Look. Boom, boom, boom. That's going straight up that one. This thing is not producing one orb. There's one visible here. Yeah. This thing is shooting out so many more smaller ones. Can you see that, folks? People aren't picking up on this. Sure enough as hell we are, though. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm not saying every little dot is an orb, but I would imagine so. With this thing being present, it's probably got a lot of protection around it. Probably something circling it, like we saw with the white jellyfish UAP in Wales. Insane footage, in my opinion. This sort of little detail here just wouldn't be faked. Just wouldn't happen, folks. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, Think Tank. I'm starting to like you, bud. Alright, on to the Canada/USA border incident. So this was recorded in February last year. Okay, it was on the news. The US was reporting on something that was shot down in the sky. Let's have a listen, folks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks very much for your patience while we were delayed a little bit. I have a few things to talk about up top, and then we'll get right to your questions. So first of all, to add to information already provided earlier by the White House, at the direction of the President of the United States, fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command successfully took down a high-altitude airborne object off the northern coast of Alaska at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, within U.S. sovereign airspace over U.S. territorial water. On February 9, North American Aerospace Defense Command detected an object on ground radar, further investigated, and identified the object using fighter aircraft. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. U.S. Northern Command is beginning recovery operations now. U.S. Northern Command's Alaska Command coordinated the operation with assistance from the Alaska Air National Guard, Federal Aviation Administration, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have no further details about the object at this time, including any description of its capabilities, purpose, or orbit. The object was about the size of a small car, so not similar in size or shape to the high-altitude surveillance balloon that was taken down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4th.
Well. What do we think, folks? So, let's get one thing straight. David Grush claims there's a crash retrieval program. Authorities deny it. But they have retrieved something, because that guy just admitted that they shot something out of the sky and are in the process of retrieving it. This was February last year, folks. Just saying. Now, they didn't say specifically what it was. Okay? And a lot of people that are watching this that are skeptics will say, well, he didn't say it could be anything, right? It wasn't a balloon, but it could have been anything. Could it have been anything? It's the size of a small car. Anyway, let's get into the next video, folks. So this one was, per the Canadian government, released this image in early 2023. Would have created more questions, confusion, following several official statements related to an object being benign. That is one heck of an understatement. Let's watch the report, folks, because this is truly, truly something else.
We can now show you an exclusive image of that unidentified object shot down over Yukon last year. So here it is. That's the image. This grainy picture comes from an email printout obtained by CTV News. This object was shot down by a U.S. fighter jet last February when concerns over suspected spy balloons from China, everyone was talking about it around the world, made international headlines. So this image was actually cleared to be made public shortly after the object was shot down, but then it was held back. Why? The Department of National Defense thought it may cause more confusion. What is it?
It may cause more confusion, or they just didn't want you to know the truth, folks. So I was looking at it, and we've got a map here, and Alaska, okay, is here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. America. Oh, sorry. Where are we? Russia. America. Canada, Alaska, Russia. Alright? So that's where we're at, folks. But if you go over to mainland Russia, they consider that the West. That's a weird, it's a weird interpretation, eh? Anyway. Northern Alaska. Here's Northern Alaska. They said it was over American waters, so I'm guessing this part here is claimed by America or something. Who knows? I'm not too sure on the directory, on the locations and who's and what's what. But the interview we just saw in Canada of the object that was shot down that looks and resembles a white magnet, that's the only way I can describe it, or a horseshoe, was downed in Yukon, Canada, which borders Alaska, and they were both, we're talking about reports that were early February last year in this area. So what I would like folks to do, if anyone in the US or the West Coast is watching this video, I'd like you to get your cameras out. If you live in anywhere on this coastline, and when I say this coastline, I mean this coastline going right across, folks, past Russia into Sweden, top of Sweden, Greenland, no one will be living there, you never know, right across, folks. It's really important because I find, and from my research, that these things tend to show up in the same spots quite regular. Alright, and if they're just taking a flight, I mean, here I am in the UK, it's not that far for them to go, boom, Canada, they're there. It's not that bad. So with that said, folks, let's just try and film the skies. Let's just try and film the skies, folks. That's all we can do. That's all we can do at this point. If you have evidence and you would like to share it, you can do that on the Undercover ET page. Undercover ET-UFO/UAP evidence. Join the page, you can share it, or you can email me at undercoveretuk@gmail.com. And that's pretty much how I want to showcase your evidence, folks. Get it into me, I'll analyse it, and if it's any good, we'll stick it up on the channel, which is what we've been doing with Gavin Young's post. Okay, so what he's put up on here, and we've analysed it, and he's analysed it himself as well, which is brilliant. This is what I like to see, folks. I like to see people doing the homework, giving me a reason to look at it. and we can always pull it up and try and find anything else. We will, absolutely, we will. And he's been, like I said, he's been going at it now for some time. He's been pulling these images out of old photos and videos. And look at that, folks. Look at that for a capture. That's brilliant. It's exactly what we're seeing. It's exactly what we're seeing, without a shadow of a doubt. Gavin, you're capturing UFOs, buddy. This is the video. Why didn't I see this before? I saw the still photos, but I didn't see the video. Right, so that object that I picked out, Gav, before, I'm going to see if I can find it now while we're here. Cracking view. You say this was Norfolk? I did just see something. Wow, that's fast as well. Oh, Gavin, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, Gav? Look, Gavin. Look, buddy. Oh, my goodness. How have you missed that, man? You probably didn't. This is just your still shot, yeah? Oh, dude. I'll tell you what, it's bloody quick. It's moving fast, man. You look. You just lose, you know, the moon. That's why if you zoom in too much, it goes blurry. We're always better off going at about 70%, and we get more of the sky and a little bit more focus. But Gavin, that's a beaut. That is a beaut. And I'm going to try and play it and just see where it goes. But I mean, I've slowed this down, mate, and okay, it's going this way, and it's gone the other way. What the hell? And this is what I was trying to tell you, Gavin. I thought I saw it here in that still shot you took. Let's see if we can figure this out, mate, because that is something else. And do you know what? I think. Whoa! That's come from left to right. It's come from left to right, buddy. What was that? Oh, Gavin. It's alright, mate. I love it. I love it. I love finding stuff on the fly as well. Whoa! Gavin, we got something else, buddy. Oh, what a clip. Right, check it out, folks. Like, really faint orb shoots up here, top of the camera. See that? It could be a bird, but you know what? It looks nothing like these birds. Nothing. It's too fast. Look. It's virtually invisible. God damn it, Gav. Look, mate. There it is again. And this is it. This is it. This is where I said it was. When I sent it over to you, bud. Do you remember? Oh, crikey. Look at that, mate. What a capture. And you didn't even realise. So much so, you panned the camera down. That is moving fast, folks. That left to right movement, it's happening. I've slowed this down, folks, and look. Where's it going? It's there. Oh, what have I done? It's on the it shoots across. I've got to slow it down again, folks, because there's no way I'm stopping this. Gavin, can you do me a favour? Can you send me this file? Because I need to get this on my media player so that I can mess around with it a bit more. Just because I think, you know, I looked at this the photo and I didn't realise you had the video up here. And this is big. Yeah, what a capture. Just shoots right across and there it is, folks. And then what I want to see now, and this is what I've been going back and back and back for, is it goes... Oh, where the hell does it go? It's hard to see, folks, because it shoots across so fast, this second one. And I want to say it's going to go into the ocean, because this is what happens. This is what we've been seeing in Marina del Rey as well. They're coming out of the ocean, tagging aeroplanes and going back in. And being a right nuisance to the helicopters. But this is on British shores now, folks. This is the pavilion on the east coast of Norfolk. So, folks, if you're watching this and you're not convinced and you live in Norfolk, get on the big screen and re-watch this video. Okay, orb. Moving so much faster than these planes, by the way, folks, and too big to be a bug, because if you get closer to that thing, it will just get larger in size, right? So, where does it go? This is why I need it sent to me, buddy. So it zips off. It's moving to the left, okay, but it doesn't. It goes to the right again. I'm sure it does. Yeah, you see that, and it just disappears off. I'm going to have to get. Just before you zoom off, watch this corner. Just as you zoom in, look up there, Gav. You zoom in, and I don't know what happens here towards the end. I have to just check something now. Oh, Gavin, what are you doing to me? What is that? Is that a bug? I don't like the fact that I'm looking so close to people right now, because I don't like the idea of them being this close without us knowing. It's a bit freaky, isn't it? Where does that go? Folks, you seeing that? I'm just gonna, it could be nothing, but I'm gonna investigate it, and I really don't mind how long this video is. We just got to do our homework here. What is this thing here? And try and keep your eye on it, folks. Where does it go? Because I lose track of it once it gets into the, like, I can't see it. And this is, again, if you send me the image, Gav, what I can do is I can look into this in more detail and try and pick out, where the hell is it gone? It could just be a fly, you know, but I'm so, honestly, seeing all this stuff in the air so close to the people on the pier, I just want to know if they're deciding to mingle. Did I just see it in the corner here? Yeah, there it is, folks. What the F? Folks, they are hiding underneath the pier and flying right above us. Look. Oh, my goodness. They're taking the mick. They are taking the mick. I mean, that one might be a bug, and this one might be a bug as well. I've just noticed another one here coming in as one's leaving. Look, that... Two. What the hell? These might... I don't know, folks. What do you think? Are these bugs going under the pier? Is that what we're seeing coming back up. Look, it's too. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm not. I've got to call UFO. I've got to. I've got to, because of what we're seeing up here as well. Folks, if you know this pier, if you live near it, get your phones out on a clear day. I want as much video from as many angles from this location as we can get, folks. Well done, Gavin. And yeah, what an incredible find on my own page. Mate, look, 13 bits. I didn't realise there was a video in those snippets, mate, so I apologise, but it's worked out well in the end, obviously. And that's all we've got time for, folks. That's where I was going with this. That is all we've got time for today. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep posting that evidence, and please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want disclosure to be pushed in the UK, I need your support, folks. I need your support. I'm going to keep posting as much evidence as I can from as many areas around the world, and particularly on the UK, as possible, because I want to put pressure on our peers and the people we vote for to run this country. They need to see this. And if they already know about it, they need to be a bit more transparent, and that's where I'm at. So please subscribe if you like what I'm doing and you agree. With that said, take care all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.